Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Chef, episode 9. So, today we are playing on 1.0. Yes, the game has officially released. This is the 1.0 patch. Thankfully, my previous save is compatible. So they've added a few things, squashed a few bugs, and so on and so forth. Right then, but we've got a couple of projects to do before we unpause here. I left you guys on a bit of a cliffhanger, and I do mean to resolve that. So we've got 6 chef points and 13 ingredient points to our name. So what is the mystery template? And yes, I said ingredient a bunch of times. I meant mystery template. That we're going to do to attract the families, to further appeal to them, since we're kind of pivoting to them. Well, first things first, I'm going to tease you a little bit by just going through our other chefs here and going through their accumulated skill points so that we may spend them. Ricardo. Now we're getting into the quality bonuses. That sounds good to me. Yeah, once you accumulate enough points in the lower tier, you can start unlocking the higher tier skills. Ruby, yeah, why don't you pick up some appetizers? Mohammed, you can pick up salads. Aya needs a 3rd point for energy. Amelia needs a 3rd point for energy. Robin needs a 2nd point for that. But finally, we get to me with 6 chef points. Right then, so our du jour here is we're gonna make a return to desserts. We've already done and maxed out pies, but there's another dessert that would work very well for us if we were to max it out as well and put a few copies of it on the menu, and that is cheesecake. Now, why cheesecake? Well, the reason is twofold. One, we currently are sitting at the dessert variety. There is a higher dessert specialization perk that I would absolutely love to reach, but we need a bunch more desserts for that. Not only that, but we have the dairy offer. I would like to get the dairy specialization because that is specifically targeted for families. So 2 birds, 1 stone, or in this case, 2 birds, 1 template. We're getting cheesecake. We're getting level 1, level 2, level 3 cheesecakes. And we are at it. Right then. So let's now let's flip over to our ingredients, because we have a bunch of ingredient points to spend and a few things that we gotta both get and level up. Now, cheesecakes themselves, they heavily depend on cream. I mean, there is no specific cream cheese, but if, I interpret cream as if prepared a certain way also counts as cream cheese. So they're going to form the heart of all of our cheesecakes we're going to be making, so we want to 2-star that. Speaking of, we also probably want to 2-star flour, because that is the heart of all of our other desserts that we have made, and we can up the ante on them. Now, one other thing is, when you get a cheesecake, what is the best beverage to have with the cheesecake? Well, of course, it's coffee. So I'm going to 1 2-star coffee, because, I mean, why not? Why not? It's good to have another thing on the menu. Now, as far as our others, the other tag that I want to farm up a little bit more aggressively here is nuts. So we are going to 1-star chestnuts, peanuts, hazelnuts, pine nuts? Not yet. Pistachio, though. Yeah, we can do a pistachio. And then maybe a couple, I don't know if we needed a couple of extra fruits, but maybe a couple extra spices, like vanilla. It is about time that we get ourselves some vanilla, and maybe nutmeg. Those two seem to speak to me as far as putting them in desserts. All right, I think we are good. So let us lock and load. Now let us get to designing here. Now, the other reason there's a third reason that I want to dive into cheesecakes, and that's kind of getting back to my roots. If you don't know, I was born and raised in New Jersey, and for me, during my formative years, I don't live there now, but during my formative years, the institution, the sit-down restaurant that we most frequently frequented was the diner. And one of the hallmarks of the diner, or at least the ones that I went to, was they would always have this big display case front and center, almost the first thing you see when you walk in, full of cheesecakes and cakes and pies and whatnot. So while there is no such item, at least that I am aware of in this game, that's kind of what we're going for. We're going for the New Jersey style diner desserts here. Right then, let's make a recipe. So let's take a look at our new template, the cheesecake. No, what are we going to call this thing? That's one thing I have not been pondering. All right, let's go for Shea Cake. We'll play on cheesecake and all that fun stuff. Now, the rules that we have to abide by actually are the same exact rules that our cakes, our pies are. They want a little bit of chocolate, they want at least 100 grams of a fruit, and we need to keep this to 10 or fewer ingredients, and also we have the wait what. The one difference between these two templates is the base is that we just need 100 grams of a dairy ingredient rather than the 100 grams of flour plus the fat plus the sugar. It's just the dairy, and that's pretty much the cream. So we use that as our base, and that will pretty much guarantee that these will all be of the cheese or dairy tag, which is what we want. All right, let's dive in. This is an example of a cake that we actually, this is what we're going for. So I decided to go with chestnuts. That's the other thing. I'm adding nuts to every single one of these cheesecakes in addition to the fruits. While it doesn't trigger these, I want to trigger the nut tag. And so yeah, our new nutmeg doing a lot of work and playing nice with these particular ingredients along with mint and cinnamon. So an apple chestnut Shea cake with white chocolate. Maximum score here. Let's bump it up even further by going 2-star on the cream. Because we're using so much cream, we get a nice healthy bonus. This is 143. The other thing that I am avoiding here is the heavyweight tag. We need to make sure these, as many of these as possible, stay under 800 calories, because if we build up too many more of them, we will get the heavyweight specialization, and that will do more harm than good, much like the meat offer. Right then, that should be good. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to be making a whole bunch of these here. Our Orange Dream, we are tapping into our brand new coffee. Remember, that not only will spawn a beverage for our menu, but it is also an ingredient that we can add. Cream, oranges, walnuts, vanilla, cinnamon, and we got a heavyweight tag here. Let me try a different nut. There we go, orange pistachio thing. That's much fewer calories here. Pretty expensive though, I must say. But that's probably because of the vanilla. Actually, can we... Oh my god, that makes it so much cheaper. By just putting in just a drop of vanilla. Yeah, vanilla is expensive. Nuts aren't cheap either. But we need the nut tag, so we want those. That's a lot better. We just need a little tiny bit of vanilla. All right, Orange Dream get. I'm going to be making 4 pies or 4 cheesecakes in total, because that seemed to work out for us in the last one. Okay, here's our next one, the Passion Peach Cheesecake with peach. Once again, pistachios. Apparently, pistachios pair really well with peaches, so I'll use them again. I like me some pistachios. And yeah, we're good. All right, one more cheesecake. Okay, our final cheesecake here is the Banana Fana Faux Fees cake. Which features bananas, our new peanuts, regular chocolate, cream, cinnamon, chili pepper, and our 2-star coffee. All right, we've got a whole bunch of things to add to the menu. Let's before I forget about it, let's actually add the coffee here. Excellent coffee. Only 105. I'm still adding it. I went out of my way to 2-star this. I want to add it to the beverage menu here. So I want to give the people some excellent coffee. And you know what? We'll give it to you for $5. I'm okay having these cheaper ones down here. Now then, let's hop over to our desserts. Only custom recipes, please. So the Cheesecake, banana fana, so a 1. Let's watch our things here. Oh, well, we hit the fruit specialization. That I wasn't expecting to grab that one so early, but hey, I'll take it. We got with that one the nuts offer. That's kind of the other one I've been going for. Orange Dream, nothing else with Orange Dream. Passion Peach, boom, boom. Dessert specialization, get. Fan-freaking-tastic. That's kind of what we were really gunning for here. All right, now let's set all these out here. $9.99 for all of them. They're not too expensive. I mean, they're a little on the higher side, but I'll take it. We don't want to scare the families off. As long as that lower class family says this restaurant has acceptable prices, we're good. And we're up to 57% attractiveness to those. Right then, I think we're good for the moment. Oh, I have more. There's more things, but let's not just spend the whole episode making dishes here. Let's actually set it to action. See if we can't handle the crowds here. Who was our first takers? Vegetarians, that's fine. Lower class tourists, also fine. The other thing I want to do actually before the kitchen gets busy is I want to sell our two our two smaller tables. Beautiful. And that oven, that Big McLarge oven. Where's that giganto oven? Yeah, this thing. I want this thing. So we can sell our other smaller oven. Actually, we'll sell that in a second. I want to, just so we don't like rip all the recipes off our thing, we will put the giganto oven down, and then we can sell the El Cheapo oven. That should be good. Let me check my appliances. I think we're maxed out on effectiveness when it comes to appliances. So the only ones down here is just that we get better versions of them, but otherwise we're using the most that we can for our appliances to give us our bonuses. All right. Also, it is the weekend, which is just a general all around more customers coming in. Food enthusiasts, excellent. All right, let's speed time up here a little bit. See who else, how many more people get. There's some lower class families, some blue collar. Oh my goodness. Are you seeing what I'm seeing here, folks? Minor event. Oh yeah, they added this with the 1.0. Right dog going over the head of activate it. Found some hair on my plate. That's gross. I'm gonna make you another one. We'll make you another one. Although, which of our dishes actually cost $25? Like, you found one hair in your plate. Right then, yes. Okay, emergency backup procedures is going to involve me putting all of my wait staff on door duty as well, because I do not want to lose any of our customers waiting outside. We want a full house. We're probably also going to want to hire another chef, because I can see our chefs getting slammed by this. So Hannah, why don't you come on down? You are the next contestant on the Rice is Right. All right, max energy. And yeah, once again, we start you out with prepping all these. Actually, max energy 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Welcome to the team. Now, please help us survive this. Yeah, in more and more of my testing, I found that, you know what, it's actually worth it to have all of your waitstaff on door duty, even if they're not necessarily specialized in that. If only because the financial downside to losing a group of people to them just, getting frustrated and leaving is so much worse than, one of your tables having to wait a couple extra seconds and giving you maybe a half-star lower on the rating for service because one of your waitstaff was grabbing the door real quick. So we just want to make sure we are at capacity. Oh, and speaking of bringing people in droves, we have now fully conquered this residential district, and our white collars and our lower class families are now neck and neck, and we're actually more attractive to the lower class families than we are to the blue collars. So double prizes. We're going to be getting. We're going to be relying so much more on them. The other thing we're going to be needing pretty soon, in fact, I think we have sat our last 2-person table. We need more 2-person tables. Yeah, we'll go with these. At least one more 2-person table. Boom. Because this main hall area thing can be done with fuller tables, yes? Yeah, we know you guys can do that. Can I? Yes, I can. No, I cannot. Alright, let's see. Maybe a few more 2-person tables to keep the ratio healthy. Like right here. We can fit you here, but then we can't really fit anyone here. Could we fit a bigger table here? Maybe? Maybe not. Okay, yeah, we do need the 2-person table here, which is fine because that's a healthy ratio. I'll give you that. So now we have officially maxed out our restaurant in terms of seating capacity. 102 people can fit inside this building, which is fantastic. All right, white collars, lower class families, excellent. Yeah, I'm glad we placed those extra 2-person tables. Otherwise, they'd be, you'd have a 2-person party sat down at a 4-person table, monopolizing the entire table. And yeah, I'm glad I got those extra prep stations too. Let me just see how our other stuff here is. Ooh, the cooker. We need more cooker space because that's 10 out of 10 cooker. Or a bigger one. Let's see, cooker. 10. Do we have a bigger cooker? That's a grill. I don't think we have a bigger cooker yet. I think we just need another one of these. 680. All right, we'll do it. Just because we need to make sure these are we can keep up with the Joneses here. Fryer. We need a better fryer. We need more money for a better fryer. Grill's doing okay, steamer's doing okay, and our oven is doing okay. So I think we fixed the one bottleneck that we have here. Yeah, we need, look at that spillover. We got 6 more dishes over on that side, and yeah, we needed that extra cooker just to keep up, because things are going to be coming hot and heavy at this point. In fact, we need people to go and get the order to serve. We need more service people. You know what? I'm going to go all hands on deck here. You know, anyone does anything, because we just need to make sure we have all hands on deck here. We don't want the people waiting too long for their food. And things seem to come in ebbs and flows here. So sometimes there's a burst of activity in one category. We might as well make, utilize our whole wait staff for it. It may behoove us to just, you know what? Let's just specialize everybody. Or unspecialize everybody, I should say. The opposite of specialize everybody. Because while on paper it makes more sense to do that. Uh-oh, we're losing people. Well, I think we need more waitstaff, just period. Yeah, give me a waiter, please. Down into the negatives. And you know what? You're first things first, you're getting energy, and then you're just going across the board, my friend. Well, actually, no, that's not. I should do what they do with the chefs. You know what? We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There. But yeah, we are now about to explode in popularity here, so we gotta keep up. I mean, there is no specifically negative reputation hit for doing, people just getting up, giving up and deciding to go, not eat at your restaurant. You just don't get their money or potentially good review, and you want those. Now, we do have 2 ingredient points, so I do have an idea of something else that I want to do here before we end our episode. Another ingredient that we need to improve, and also to help our dishes keep up with the Joneses, as it were, salt. Salt is in almost every one of our ingredients here, so we are going to up our salt game. And actually, in between the end of this episode and the start of the next one, I'm going to go through all of my recipes, audit them, update them with the higher star tier of ingredients, so that our 4.5 chef hat dishes can actually get the better chef hat ones. Let me just check our reviews, make sure we're okay. Yeah, of course the blue collar one rated us poorly. But let's see, lower class, service was a little slow. Prices, all right, so we need to be careful with our prices. Or actually, we need to really be careful with our prices, because while it is not technically driving the lower class family away, they are still weighing on them more heavily, and they are judging us accordingly. We might be right on the cusp of the, yeah, of course the blue collar is going to give us really bad, but the white collar loved it. Lower class tourist is going to hit us with prices, so we just need to be mindful. We really don't want to exceed our $9.99 price point. If only just to keep people happy. It might even behoove us to drop it down to $9 or $8.99. Lower our prices just a smidge a meter, just to keep people happy. Get ourselves more reliably high ratings. That might be a thing we want to do here. All right. Who are you? Okay, here. Let's see. We're just kind of chilling outside the door. Also, the other thing I need to be mindful of is energy levels. Is anybody about to pass out here? We had I think our chefs all had a bit of a reprieve here, or are going to be having a reprieve here. As I say that, as there's 8 orders waiting to be cooked, so maybe not. I mean, this is the weekend, so there's a bonus to pretty much everyone here. Let me see here. Yeah, you know what? This fryer needs to be updated. Especially if we get more and more fried things on the menu, which might be coming next episode. Actually, probably will be coming next episode. Let me just move you out of the way. Where are you? That's the steamer. What's the big boy fryer? Crispy choice. 16 cooking slots versus the 6. Oh. So that's the fryer we've had all along. We didn't get a higher tech fryer out of the deal. Alright, well, we'll take it anyway. That's better. Hey, well, it's good to have the whole place decked out here. And it's also good to see that the families are still giving us good marks on our ambiance. All right, let's speed things up and just keep a close eye on everybody. I mean, we might need another chef. We might need another chef. Jennifer, get in there. Just to keep the pressure off of everybody. I think that would be prudent. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, you do appetizers. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, the desserts preparation. That's the other thing. These cheesecakes and pies are lightning quick. Their prep. It pretty much it infers that they're like essentially pre-made. Like somebody makes them ahead of time, and then all they have to do is slice and serve them because the prep time is like 0.25 seconds. So hey, I'm not going to complain about that. If they're made ahead of time. I mean, that's probably the reason why the Jersey diners had those glass cases, because those cheesecakes and pies and whatnot we're ready to rock and roll. And you order one, they just open that thing up, slice, boom. There you go. Maybe a dollop of a la mode, if that is if that's the way you like it. But otherwise, yeah. Who gave us gourmet? Of course. Of course. But hey, I'll take the slant face too. Okay, another influence point. Where are we going? Where are we landing? I think we're landing in this neck of the woods for another 5-digit lower class family gain here. And once again, vegetarians, food enthusiasts, neck and neck, but vegetarians are currently a little bit more in the lead, so we'll take it. Yeah, and I'm just gonna farm up I'm gonna save my points, and then we'll do a burst we'll use them in our next episode. I like that thing because I don't want to just stop everything every single time I get a point. I say as I do that whenever I get influence points, but influence points directly makes my customer pool larger, which means more people, which means more money, more everything. So those I do want to spend ASAP. Ooh, new advertisement policy, social media. Ooh. Now, because it's late in the day, I don't think I'm going to enact this, because I don't want to have to pay for a full day's worth of social media advertising. But whoa, look at all we've got plenty of different categories to pick from here. We could go all over the place. We could probably hit white collar workers for this one here, because of all of them, the low budget families are the only ones that seem to be the only ones that don't get can't be affected by this type of advertising. But that's okay. I'd go for high budget families, but they're we're not attracting them quite as aggressively. I might need to look into that. I mean, granted, I'd be attracting them more aggressively, but they're also not as available as aggressively, I should say. But either way, I'm not going to enact that until tomorrow, so I don't have to pay it for a full day's worth of advertising. All right, we seem to be keeping up with things yet. I don't think anybody has suffered a hit to their stuff yet. We are about to get into the dinner rush, though, so I may be eating my words here. Getting plenty more reviews. How are we looking? Yeah, see, nobody's given us a pour. And yeah, prices seem to be the ones that people ding us on. And that's more for the lower class family. So, maybe I should lower prices just a little bit. And hey, that would bring more blue-collar people back into the fold. Because I don't specifically want to alienate them. The cheapskates, I want to alienate. I want to alienate the ever-living heck out of the cheapskates. But the blue collars, I'm okay with them coming. They're still gonna gnash their teeth about the prices. Yeah, here comes the dinner rush. Here comes the dinner rush. Our kitchen is going absolutely nuts. Our waitstaff is going nuts. Yeah, I mean, at this point, our internals need some time to digest this before we 12 meals pending and more people are streaming in. This is crazy. This is why I hired that extra cook, because we want all hands on deck here to spread out the wear and tear and the energy drain. I will allow somebody to speed bump their thing here, but yeah, our chefs might all take a morale hit today, because I can't really put any of them on break. And yeah, let's keep boosting up our thing so we get more people in. Deer in the headlights here. We're gonna get very big very fast. You know what? Let's Leandra, get you off the list and get you in the kitchen. I don't care if you're a little bit less skilled here. Who cares? You're getting 2 bits of energy, and we're gonna save you up for a 3rd bit of energy here. Get in the kitchen. Now, I am going to put myself on break because I don't have as much of an energy pool as all of the other chefs. So I personally am a little bit more prone to that. Yeah, look at all these. 9 orders cooking at the same time. All right, yeah, you know what? We're taking some morale hits. We are taking some morale hits. So, you know what? Because we're so profitable and because we're getting busy enough to the point where we're taking morale hits, we got to boost some salaries here. I think that's going to be a thing here. 40% more salary for the entire staff, but at the end of the day, everybody gains back 75 points of morale. That's in addition to the number of satisfied customer freebie morale repairs here. 15? Well, you know what? Decent salaries. That's a huge jump in salaries. So I think we might stick with decent salaries. What's excellent here? 75. Yeah, that's just stupidly big. So decent salaries, I think, is the way to go here. To make sure your popularity grows. Restaurant is now the place where locals point out to when somebody asks where to eat. People are starting to come from different districts and towns. Are they set for disappointment, or will we rise to the occasion? All right, we gotta up our menu now even more, because now everyone's expectations are higher. Yeah, we're now the stuff that now we're down to 4 chef's hats, 4.5 to more places. So we gotta up our game. Also, me come off of a break here. You need to help out a little bit, maybe. Oh, it's a little bit late here. Oop. My fork has a stain in the glass. Can you do something? Sure, why not? $50 is $50. I don't know what the extent of these are. I think there might be, from what I've seen from others, there are some that are a little bit heavier hitting. Yeah, and there is the possibility of positive ones too, from what I've heard. But yeah, we just keep ranking up here, and yeah, we just sort of hit a threshold. And we're already up to 10 ingredient points, 5 chef hat points. We could go a little bit nuts with some of our others here. We've got, new decisions. New decisions. New furnishings. Boom. Take it. I'll check out new furnishings in our next episode. Gourmets? No, upper class tourists. Giving us our food quality, our relative food quality has declined because people's expectations are higher. So I do need to be mindful of that. All right, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take the money. I will certainly take the money. Let's just fast forward, let everybody finish up, and see how we did. Woo! Frowny face. Gourmets, of course. Of course it's the gourmets give us the frowny face. Okay, 70 points of popularity gained in a single day. And yeah, all of our other stuff is doing quite nicely. So yeah, we're making bank here. Alright folks, so if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!